First, the top news headlines. Coronavirus infections in India crossed 13 lakh mark. Death toll at 31,358. Cops busy enforcing total lockdown. Curfew in Manipur. Many detained. And Srinagar returns to state after taking oath as MP. Hello and good evening. I am ONEL SHAMBANDURAM giving you the Times of Manipur English news. Now the news in details. With nearly 50,000 cases on the second consecutive day, the total number of coronavirus infections in India crossed the 13 lakh mark to reach 13,36,861. So 757 deaths in the last 24 hours, pushed the death toll to 31,358. Currently, India has 4,56,071 active cases and 8,09,431 people have been treated and discharged. 63.54% people recovered so far, the Health Ministry said. Meanwhile, Madhya Pradesh Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan today became the first Chief Minister to test positive for the novel coronavirus. He is likely to get admitted to Chirayu Hospital in capital city Bhopal, a media report said. Rigorous implementation of pandemic lessons, systematic containment and proper planning and procurement to plug the gaps in health infrastructure are key, the center has told 9 states that are currently facing a surge in novel coronavirus infections. Meanwhile, AIIMS Delhi on Friday administered first dose of Bharat Biotech's Covaxin to a 30-year-old male. The subject will be monitored for 2 weeks, after which he will be given the second dose. Manipur is in the 6th phase of complete lockdown since 2 p.m. of July 23rd to contain spread of coronavirus, but the state continued to witness movement of vehicles and people on the streets defying the government orders. A large number of vehicles were also seen queuing up for the fuel refill at various oil pumps within Imphal city. Cops were busy enforcing the total lockdown and curfew. Many were detained for violating lockdown norms in different parts of the state, including Imphal city.
We are standing here at the traffic point of Konung Mamang Imphal East. You can see around the number or the frequency of people, the passengers or the commuters traveling the two-wheelers or even on the four-wheelers. You can see the vehicles plying on the road in a very unexpected rate or in a very unexpected manner. The state of Manipur is going through the 6th phase of lockdown. The lockdown begins on the 23rd of July at 2 p.m. and it's running for 48 hours. Yet, the number of vehicles and the number of people coming out on the streets seems to be quite large, despite the fact that the state is having the active cases of 655 till today, till the time of filing this report, and the report of these active cases is taken since yesterday 7 p.m. and the state is having the cumulative positive cases, which is around 2,146, out of which 1,491 people has already recovered. But luckily, we are having the zero death rate from the COVID-19 cases. But the message that we want to give is it only necessary for the state government or the police department to maintain the SOP or the so-called the principles of a lockdown? Or is it the responsibility of every individual, every responsible citizen in the state to contain the spread of this coronavirus? That's answers that needs to be given by every responsible citizen in the state. Despite the fact that the state is having the 6th phase of lockdown, you can see a lot of people coming out on the streets, and a lot of people are queuing up for refueling their vehicles, the petrols in different various pump stations, which is authorized by the Home Department. Yet, are all the people who are fueling their vehicles at the petrol pump are only from the necessary or the essential services which is assigned by the state government, or how? this much number of people are queuing up for refueling the vehicles. The message that we want to say is, one should not only depend on the police personnel or the state government to contain the spread of this virus. Though we are having the lockdown, we do issue the curfew passes for the people. But for the coronavirus, there is no curfew pass, there is no lockdown, there is no SOP. It can transmit anywhere to any people, irrespective of caste or community or religion. So it is the responsibility of every individual to take care of ourselves, to take care of our friends, in order to contain the spread of. From Konong Mang Traffic Point, with camera person, Naris, this is Blessing Yang Mai for TOMTV News.
Enforcing strict lockdown in None district, the district police today appealed to all to follow the government protocols. The police canned some youths in Kumji Bazaar for defying the prohibitory orders. All shops down shutters at None market, but medicine shops were open and essential services providers were seen moving on the road. 31 more COVID-19 positive cases were registered in Manipur in the last 24 hours, taking the tally to 2,146. These new cases were confirmed at the Virus Research and Diagnostic Laboratories of RIMS and Jenims, district hospitals of Yairipok and Thoubal, according to the State COVID-19 Command Control Room update. The new patients belong to Churachandpur, Imphal East, Imphal West, 37 Assam Rifles, Yairipok, Thoubal and Ukhrul districts. They have been shifted to COVID care facilities for necessary medical precautionary measures. Of the new confirmed cases, 4 people from Thoubal and 2 from Imphal West have no travel history. The number of active cases in the state now stands at 655, with 31 people being discharged. In the last 24 hours, the number of recovered cases has risen to 1,491. The recovery rate is 69.47%. The newly elected Rajya Sabha MP Lamjingbatomtv Jawbar returned to the state from Delhi today. He was in the national capital for oath-taking ceremony held on July 22nd. Sana Jawbar, along with 45 others, were sworn in as MPs of the upper house. Upon arrival at Bir Tikendrajit International Airport, he underwent COVID-19 tests but tested negative. Lamjingbatomtv Jawbar, the titular king of Manipur, took oath as MP in mother tongue, wearing royal traditional attire and chanting the names of Lords Sanamahi, Pakhangba and Govinda. Notably, Lamjingbatomtv Jawbar has been appointed as one of the members of Parliamentary Committee on Science and Technology, Environment, Forest and Climate Change. It's now time for a short commercial break. Stay tuned.
AKID Center, Gari Makhalekai gi Imphal Valley Academy da hangliba center asina NET amadi IIT JEE experience sing da top makhal gi coaching piri. LN Akash Fitji amadi Kota Rajasthan gi experience leraba faculty singna center asida takpi tambiri.
I am Sudhir Inam and I am a student of Commerce School and I choose AKID.
I am Khojam Viraj, I am a student of National School Odisha and I choose AKID.
I'm Robertson Hong Sangbom, I'm a student of Private School and I choose AKID.
Karan Rong Sangbom Government School and I choose AKID.
Online admissions open, register today.
Mega Manipur School, Yairipok Road, Imphal East. Admission open for class 11 Science, Arts and Commerce. Eligibility 50% and above. Last date of online and offline submission 24th of July 2020. Offline admission form can be obtained from Mega Manipur Society Office, Handsome House, Kaishampad, Pauna Bazaar. As a response to the COVID-19 pandemic, Mega Manipur Society offers one-time 50% reduction in the admission fee for class 11 students in the school, and some limited additional seats are reserved for class 1 to 9, especially for the students coming from outside the state. For more details and facilities, please contact Principal Mega Manipur School. Mobile number 9774785283. You can also visit the website www.megamanipurschool.in.
Thagatpa Phongdokchari Andhra Assembly Constituency gi Social Worker Oibaga Loinana Assembly Constituency asigi Congress ki Luchingba amadi United NGOs Forum gi Chairman gi Thau Puriba Kaisam Ningthem Jauna Andhro gi Miyam gi Thabak Thoram Kayada Mateng Pangbibaga Loinana Sfruti Scheme gi Makhada Ahanba Installment Oina Lupa Lising Yankai PB Baga Loinana COVID-19 Amaram Oiraga Sufam Nompham Khangdraba Matam Asida Yum Daleng Dana Laiduna Sel Tanaba Lambi PB Bagidamak Kaisam Ningthemjau Singbu, Taibong Mapuna Yaifaba, Mai Pakpa, Pibibo Oisunu Haina, Tony Jabagaloinana, Tagachari. Tagat Wafungdok Chariba, Yening Tha Apunba Nupi Lup, Yairipok Top Jingtha. Welcome back. Sagol Sam Johnston of Thobal Charangpat Mayailekai has designed a new automatic hand wash machine. Johnson, aged 27 years, son of Sagol Sam Kamdev Singh and Sagol Sam Ongbi, Nganbi Devi always has a keen interest in the field of electronics. After the Commando post Yairipok and Yairipok Fire Substation Thobal were declared as containment zones, the campuses were sanitized using sodium hypochlorite today. The announcement after containment zones came after one of the personnel of Yairipok Fire Subdivision station was found to be COVID-19 positive. The sanitization was carried out under the supervision of Thobal District Superintendent of Police, Dr. S. Ibomcha, Subdivisional Police Officer Yairipok K. Dhananjoy Singh, Officer in charge Yairipok Inspector Riyaz Saha, Additional SP S. Sachidananda Singh and Additional SP Lakshay Sharma. Village Defence Force VDF personnel at Kumbi Police Station in Bishnupur district held a demonstration in front of the police station today. All Manipur VDF Welfare Association has demanded honorarium hike and service regularization of VDF. They held placards that read, "We want 13 months pay, give proper honorarium to Manipur VDF and we demand service regularization of VDF." COVID-19 Relief Committee Bishnupur, Lions Club Ningthokong, Divine Life Society Ningthokong, CMO Bishnupur, civil society organizations and local clubs have sanitized Bishnupur District Hospital, which was used as a quarantine center. The hospital will now resume normal functioning from Monday. Relief Committee Bishnupur Advisor and Sanajauba PRDA Bishnupur Secretary L. Suranjoy, media persons, leaders of social organizations and staff of the hospital were present during the program. And Sanajauba said that the hospital will now resume normal functioning since all the inmates have been discharged after recovery from COVID-19.
COVID-19 patient hospital na changbuji hangoi na ba chu yaw da bante madu puna ba ko na baina ngasi volunteer sing na chiba ki na ngasi koi gi kaiguma amati gi amuk pa yaw da ngasi koi chang jang koi social service tawjeri masi ka chu chingai te ngarang dei hong na koi na hidak koi makan chu na kap kre ngasi ju kapi duga heng ju kap kani masi da koi na anu hospital koi haibatare nong na si hongjin gadol sida Ministry
ki Secretary oramba special oramba dune ekoi gida uji Vice Chancellor or Administrator or happy ba Janan Singh ani sina lakpa kanda district sida hostel si darkar oira na pachadu ka thupiram na sarabani aduga masi labuk phawamadi India ki khwaidagi neat and clean hospital ni aduna khoi ngasi social service tawjeri si han leram baduda nungai ta bagar di tam super specialist Dr. Impan na mayam lere khara than ningi.
Lumding Educated Welfare Association Lewa has urged upon the concerned authority to ensure availability of essential commodities to the families under below poverty line BPL in Thobal district. United Villages and Clubs Organization Yuvako and Nampal have banned entry of outsiders in the areas under the jurisdiction of the two organizations. In a press release signed by Yubako President Y. Ningthemjau Mangang, the organization urged the people to stay away from outsiders in view of the coronavirus situation. Volunteers of Kongba Youth Organization KYO today sanitized all places under the jurisdiction of the organization using sodium hydrochloride to prevent spread of COVID-19. The club also extended support to this current government-imposed lockdown and urged the masses to follow the standard operating procedure SOP. Well, it's now time for another short break. Stay tuned.
Competitive Success Academy ki Class 11 amadi 12 Science ki admission hauzari. Pizaribu khudong chabasing adudi June tha faubada admission taubirakpa Class 11 Science ki ahanba mahiroi yankhai gi admission fee chada yankhai tajagani. Bosem na lauba exam da chada marifu amadi CBSE na lauba exam da chada marifu taragi mathakta fangba mahiroi singi oina admission amadi tuition fee laujaroi amasung scholarship pijagani. Chada humphudagi humphutara manga fauba phangba mahiroi singi admission tangkhai tamak laujagani amadi lairik lem na fanghanjagani. Class 12 ta ming chanabagi damak atopa board tagi Class 11 pass tawraba matung eligibility certificate pairaba mahiroi singda ming chanbagi khudong chaba pijari. Akupa marol gidamak contact tawbirau Competitive Success Academy Yairipok Khoisnam Laikai Imphal. Contact number 6909199961 natraga 89747 natraga 9436288 natraga 700-589-2311.
Manipur University da affiliate Tauraba South Asian Institute of Rural and Agricultural Management Sairam Langjing Achoba Imphal West ki admission hauzare. Course singdi BSc Agriculture, BSc Horticulture amadi Bachelor of Business Administration BBN. Aku pamarol gidamak ekhogi website www.sairam.org.in natraga 7641929924 da contact tawbiyo.
Admission for Vivgyor Institute of Management and Information Technology for the session 2020-2021. Affiliated to Manipur University. Eligibility 12 pass. Available courses are BBA, BCA. Short-term courses. Available courses are DCA, CCCA and Tally. Facilities available. State-of-art infrastructure, well-furnished and equipped classroom. Qualified and well-experienced teacher, visiting faculty from industry and academic, placement call, computer lab with internet facilities, library, canteen, conference hall and playground. For more details, please contact the office. Address Sangai Pro, FCI Road, Imphal. SV Gadwell School ki Class 11 Science amadi Humanities ki admission hauzare. Pizaribu khudong chab singdi metric parikha da chada humphutara manga gi mathakta fangba mahiroi singi admission amadi tuition fee laujaroi. Chada humphutara gi mathakta fangba mahiroi singina admission amadi tuition fee tangkhai tajagani. Amadi chada humphumanga gi mathakta fangba mahiroi singina admission fee tangkhai tajagani. July kulhumdoi English ngani kundagi online class su hauzaragani. Aku pamarol gi dama contact tawbiu SV Gadwell School Hotel Thangjam Khuno Pangai Road. Contact number 98629-25948 natraga 7085934266 natraga 8132856942.
Welcome back. Nagaland's COVID-19 positive cases rose to 1,239 with the detection of 65 new cases yesterday. In an update, the Directorate of Health and Family Welfare Department said of the 65 fresh cases, 32 are from the armed forces, 25 from among returnees, including 8 from non-resident technical persons on duty, 7 among trace contacts, and 1 frontline worker. Health and Family Welfare Minister S. Pangnew Phom tweeted that 63 positive cases of COVID-19 were confirmed out of the 372 samples tested. He said 41 of them are from Dimapur, 21 in Kohima and 1 in Perin. With the latest update, the total positive cases stood at 1,239, of which 709 are active, while 530 patients recovered. The Assam government has decided to reduce the home quarantine period even as the COVID-19 positive cases are on the rise. According to the government order issued by the State Health Department, the period of home quarantine has been reduced from 14 days to 7 days. Assam Health Minister Dr. Himanta Biswa Sharma met the announcement on his Twitter handle. On the other hand, the state government has also decided that it will only provide essential items worth ₹2,000 to the quarantine families living under below poverty line (BPL). Earlier, the state government had provided essential items worth ₹2,000 to each quarantine family in the state, and over 1.12 lakh families in Assam have benefited so far. Meanwhile, the number of COVID-19 positive cases in the state has almost reached the 30,000 mark. The state tally currently stands at 29,921. According to reports, the state has registered 1,130 positive cases of the deadly virus in the past 24 hours. 6 more patients have died due to coronavirus in the state in the past 24 hours, taking the death toll to 76. Tripura government has decided to implement convalescent plasma therapy to treat COVID-19 patients in the state. According to media reports, Law Minister Ratanlal Nath said some states in the country have adopted convalescent plasma therapy and the state has decided to start the method soon. The Biplab Deb-led BJP government in the state has also decided to conduct door-to-door surveillance across the state from Monday. The minister, speaking about the door-to-door tests, said the survey will list those people who are displaying COVID-19 symptoms. He informed that the swab samples of such patients would be collected and a rapid antigen detection RAD test would be conducted. Nath further informed that the state government has constituted 3 committees of effective COVID-19 management. 2 terrorists were killed and a soldier injured in an encounter that broke out on the outskirts of Srinagar today, police said. Security forces launched a coordinated search operation in the Ranbirgarh area on the outskirts of the city this morning, following information about the presence of terrorists there, a police official said. As the forces were conducting the search, terrorists fired upon them, he said, adding that the forces retaliated ensuing an encounter. The area falls in Panjinara on the outskirts of Srinagar city, bordering North Kashmir's Baramulla district, a media report said. Congress leader Rahul Gandhi, who has been lashing out at the centre relentlessly, today attacked the anti-poor government for what he said was earning a profit during the ongoing coronavirus pandemic. The former Congress president's tweet came after the Railway Ministry said the Indian Railways generated rupees 429.90 crore revenue through fares collected for Shramik special trains till July 9, a media report said. There are clouds of the disease, people are in trouble, one can make benefits the anti-poor government is earning by turning a disaster into profit, Rahul Gandhi tweeted in Hindi. He also attached a report about the railway's revenue along with his tweet. In 2017, the World Health Organization (WHO) had labeled India as the most depressing country in the world, and it was stated that 1 in 7 people suffer from some kind of mental illness. Now the pandemic has hurt many at the social level, even to a stage of trauma. Moving on and fighting this stress will not be easy for all and will need an additional support system. The Indian Psychiatry Society had reported an increase of 20% mental illness within 1 week of the lockdown. Unemployment, economic hardship, and fear of illness are only going to increase the stress levels. People who are already dealing with anxiety or stress are more prone during this time, a report in the Indian Express said. And before we wind up the top news headlines once again. Coronavirus infections in India crossed 13 lakh mark. Death toll at 31,358. Cops busy enforcing total lockdown, curfew in Manipur, many detained. And Lysemba Sanajauba returns to state after taking oath as MP. Well, that's all for now. Stay tuned to Times of Manipur.